that clarity is very important.
In your opinion?
we want to make it very clear. I saw one of them say, Kalonzo, leave us alone, because they wanted to go to bed with him. I tell them, please leave us alone. We will be on the side of the people. And unless we drive them home, that's the only way to really actually deal with them. Yeah, the people will drive them home. So let us really move in that direction. So let them, nobody, no second guessing or anything like that. Wishful thinkers. Well, it's always good to have wishful thinkers, but let them know our official position as the People's Loyal Coalition is to drive them home. Thank you. We just been to see Mheshimiwa Yusuf, MCA for Dela Ward in Wajir County. We join fellow Kenyans in thanking God for sparing his life. He has spent the last 6 months in unlawful custody. In fact, there are people who go through normal trials and they get sentenced. Get sentenced to 6 months in prison. He has spent 6 months in prison without any lawful cause. His abductors released him unconditionally and told him to keep quiet. So we want to condemn in the strongest terms possible his illegal abduction. We gather a few others have also been released. On our part, as the People's Loyal Coalition, we will continue to say no to abductions. We will say yes to observance of the rule of law and strict adherence to our Constitution. There can be no reason whatsoever why Mheshimiwa Yusuf and the many agencies, we gather there's too many agencies who are in unlawful confinement. We demand that they also be released immediately, and the abductors identified. This is very important. Who are their abductors? We know that there's a special squad complete with a doctor. They are meant to drink water. That's the one thing the doctors there tell them, drink a lot of water. By 1 meal a day, make you drink a lot of water. That is why Mheshimiwa Yusuf came out alive. And if you have a setup, and that's why we say this is all state-sponsored, because which other people can afford the services of a doctor? Okay? State-sponsored terrorism. Now, as you release them, like Mheshimiwa Yusuf, as you release them, and we say, please release them. No, it's not please. You have no option but to release them. But then we also want those abductors identified, prosecuted. We are not going to accept the issue of compensation, for example. Before you talk compensation, bring the perpetrators to book, charge them in open court. Then you know at least you have a heart of flesh and not a heart of stone. We are dealing with stone-hearted individuals in this country who hold the reins of power, who think they can establish torture chambers. The matter of Yusuf is international business. I've just been to the UN. and I talked about me coming to see him. Therefore, we want to thank RK and other Waheshimiwas, and we want MPs from the Northeast, for example, to stand out. To stand out. Stand up also. Let nobody be user-friendly by a regime that has gone rogue. Maybe my brother can do something.
Here to stand in solidarity with the family of Mheshimiwa Yusuf, and particularly the people of Dela Ward in Wajir County, who have gone for months without their representative. A family that has gone through a lot of trauma, not knowing whether their son is dead or alive. A family that had actually been shown a dead body and had actually almost gone into mourning the death of their son, only to discover that he was still around and he had been abducted and held in detention without trial for 6 months. This is what we're here to condemn. And as Mheshimiwa Yusuf lies in his bed here, receiving medical attention, his abductor-in-chief, because this is a state matter, and the commander-in-chief is none other than William Ruto, his own minister has told us, J.B. Muturi, when his son was abducted and he went everywhere, the way Yusuf's family has gone, it only took one call from William Ruto for his son to be released. Maybe Yusuf's family wasn't as powerful. They could not get that call made. That's why he was held for 6 months. So today, as we meet the family here and thank God for saving the life of Yusuf, the abductor-in-chief is in Isili, going on with business as usual. And we challenge the leaders of northern Kenya. The issue of abductions is not about a region or about religion or about parties. It is about violation of human rights. It's about a rogue regime that does not respect the rule of law. And we must all come together from north to the south, east to west, to say no to William Ruto and the abductions that are still going on. And we also call upon our friend, the Honorable Raila Odinga, who has now chosen to go into cooperation with the chief abductor. How do you go into cooperation with someone who is still abducting Kenyans? Apart from Honorable Yusuf, who has been released, we have confirmed there are other Kenyans, Gen Zs, who are still being held. A few abductees have been left. The longest serving abductee, Yusuf, has been released. But what happens to the other Kenyans who are still being held? How can we go into cooperation? I heard them saying they want Mheshimiwa Kalonzo to join them. Kalonzo has been on the front line, championing the issue of fighting for the rights of abductees. And we say, as a People's Loyal Coalition, we are not prepared and we're never going to bed with the chief abductor, with the oppressor of the Gen Zs, with the chief high priest of corruption, when we are talking about fighting corruption. So we want to say today that this matter will not rest here. We let the family go home with their son, to thank God for that. But after that, we must come together as leaders to pursue this matter to a degree higher than just compensation, so that we get justice, not just for Yusuf, but every Kenyan whose rights have been violated. And for this, we assure Kenyans, we will not relent as a People's Loyal Coalition. Thank you.
Okay.